In studio today, I'm so happy because the last time that we talked, it was via Zoom, but everybody was doing a whole Zoom thing.
Yeah.
We've got Jax!
Finally!
Yes!
Finally, I just said to myself, pretend there's not a camera here, and then I looked right in the camera. Dead eye contact.
You can't help it. You can't help it.
Yeah.
Because, the last time that we talked, it was about a year and some change. I don't know. I've lost time of.
We did a Zoom in the middle of the chaos.
Yes.
Of the pandemic.
Yes, and your song had just popped with, like my father, what you did with your parents was super cool.
Yeah.
And you played it for us in your apartment. You got on your keyboard. You gave us the whole vibe.
Yeah.
You just popped a TikTok and you were talking about, you literally just put the song up and then you said it's exactly like what we see on TV.
Yeah.
Which I'm still going to ask you that question again. You woke up to the ping, ping, ping.
It's just like,
oh
wait,
my God.
what? No,
what is going on?
I ran around. The first time a TikTok went for me, I screamed so loud. My boyfriend thought somebody broke into the house because it was 3 a.m. and I didn't realize it. It was overnight. And then with my father, I didn't expect that either. That was just whoosh. Which is crazy because it's a song very personal. It's about my parents specifically. So
what?
Yeah.
How many people hit you up and go, I played that at my wedding, or put in the comments?
God.
Because that was a straight
So many weddings, especially around wedding season, which I didn't even realize was a thing. I'm starting to realize it now that my friends are all getting married.
Oh no, it's a thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a very lucrative thing.
It's June, I think. It's wedding season or something like that, and I could be wrong. But people were walking down the aisle with their dads and stuff, and I was okay, I'm crying every day now. I can't even I'm look away. It's so cute.
So what's been going on now? You're actually out and about. We're free. You're doing shows now, playing in front of people.
Yep.
Also, we'll get to that too. You're going to be a part of our free fall flyaway to Napa. I'm Jax is performing.
Some wine tasting, hopefully, if they let me stay for more than an hour this time around. But
yeah,
I'm really excited. I feel that event will be a bunch of people that I've met over the course of the last few months, stop to stop, and all in one setting. And also, I've never spent more than 2 hours in Napa, so I'm pumped about that.
Now that's the show your parents should come. Are they coming out?
So knowing them, they'll just show up.
Okay, is that how it
love
was?
Napa. Yeah, they might just. They bought an Airstream to follow me around. They sold their house and bought a trailer.
Because when we talked, they were still there. So after now things are opening up, and they're wait a minute, Jax is kind of traveling. Yep. She's not in her apartment doing videos. You still do them, but they bought an air. So they really try to be at all your shows because you're going to be on the road.
They attempt it. No, sometimes we don't even tell them where I'm going to be because I'm oh gosh, my parents are going to just show up here, and then I have to be good, you know, I'm in front of my mom and dad. But yeah, no, they're number one fans. They'll be front row at everything I do. I would love. I'll let them know about Napa. That would be a good one.
Now. That's hey, go do your thing.
They'll love it. They love to empty nest honeymoon round 3. I feel and drink wine and party together. So
you got your, I'm going to call it another hit, the Victoria's Secret song, which is very personal to you. I'm going to try not to get you in trouble, but we know, there were some, conversations via, online with other people who were no, y'all can put this together. And I feel
some company.
Some company.
I can't figure it out.
Some company that sells underwear. Some company
that sells underwear just
they
definitely responded to my song called Victoria's.
Yeah, and they used to sell clothes and stuff in a catalog that came out. They don't do anymore. They used to have some really good clothes. They used to have some amazing clothes. But real talk, you were pretty much, in my opinion, spot on. But talk about how you were inspired by the young lady that you babysit, and I know personally, I've got some girls that I know personally that go through the struggle, and it's a lot different. At 12, they're worrying about things they shouldn't be worrying about.
No,
it's insane.
But they do. It's funny. Even some parents have some angry parents have come out and been don't feed this to my kid. They're 2. They're only 11. They're only 12. They're not thinking about this yet. And I was oh, Mom. They might be, because I was certainly, and most girls I talk to around that age, that's when it starts, And Chelsea's the girl I babysit. I actually have a Chelsea bracelet. A fan made this for me in one of the last cities. One says Jax, one says Chelsea.
Oh, I love that.
And she's now 13.
Okay.
But I've been babysitting her before pandemic just to pay the bills while I was writing songs for other people in LA. And she was telling me something she was going through with her body, and she was feeling insecure, and then like a light bulb, it was like, oh, like I have 12 million followers, like new followers on TikTok, and I get this every day. So
you do get it. You get comments from
all day.
Because little girls look up to you. I don't want to say it like it's not a bad thing, but
it's a lot of pressure because I feel like I'm not really the best role model.
But you're being yourself. You're so relatable with your songs and all your little fun things that you do. So
it's cool for me. It's important to me. I'm also going through like a little baby fever action right now. So I'm like, I love kids. I loved babysitting, and I feel like now I'm babysitting. I don't want to. Like I'm out here sitting like I want kids so bad, and I don't know how great of a mother I would be, but I like really felt an older sister instinct kick in with Victoria's Secret, because when I was Chelsea's age and all these kids online, like I started going through it hardcore. Like I would stop eating lunch in the cafeteria at like 11 and then wanted the thigh gap that all the girls wanted. We wanted that space between our thighs, which was just the strangest thing.
When you think about it, it's like, who made that up?
I'll tell you, an old man from Ohio.
We know who made that up.
No, it's like, it is a metaphor, the old man from Ohio. And Victoria's Secret's a metaphor in general for the culture of, like, profiting on mental illness, essentially. Like, profiting on...
I never looked at it that way. That's
well, if you think about it, like, there is so much money to be made by these giant corporations if they were diverse, and they did have an insane amount of diversity in body types, and they don't. And so when you think about it, it's like, all right,
I never really like Jackson here getting deep, but that's really because that's really money you're missing out on. Like, it is. That's true.
Well, there's only one thing that could probably make more money than including everybody and being inclusive, and that's being the most exclusive you could be in order to make something unattainable, and you keep opening your wallet for something you can't attain. And that's when it starts. It starts at a young age when you go through those awkward phases and your body's changing and you want to look like the thing you're told to look. I grew up in the early 2000s where there was like one body type. I was fortunate enough to not be saying anything new in the song. Like everything I say in the song has already been said a million times over because I was lucky enough to have the body positivity movement in my life. My feed certainly looks more like it now because of the song and stuff like that. But I definitely walked into a cool era, and it's so important that these girls hear that it was a corporate scam, and it's no joke. And doesn't know any better because I didn't. And now I'm 26 and I can't look in the mirror and smile. You know what I mean? It's like I want it to be like, Chelsea, wake up. Like, no, I don't like this.
I feel like that's gonna be another song. Chelsea, wake up.
Yeah, I should do a Chelsea wake up
today. I can't believe I'm just on the record for singing. We're gonna let that pass. I don't know for everybody.
Honestly, girl, it's better than a lot that I've heard. You nailed it.
Well, maybe it's because I've been watching a lot of your videos. So I'm like, that's kind of like in the tone that things happen.
I'm gonna carry you around my pocket for the rest of my life.
Hey, Jax, I'm telling you, you come to Charlotte. I got you, girl. I got you. No one can see this. He's off camera, but your boyfriend is here. He's in a lot of videos.
Yes,
you're going to stay off camera, okay? You're going to stay off camera.
He usually does. He's usually behind the camera.
But, okay, I guess, like you said, you're going through this motherly phase.
Yeah.
And sometimes people do that with getting pets. Like, oh, man, let me,
totally
get a cat or a dog.
Totally.
You know, bring it into the family. Because I've got 2 dogs, and I call them my kids. I mean, real talk, this is so insane. If someone told me I'd be doing this, I'd say, you a lie. My dog had, a runny nose. I'm like, over here, wiping the nose.
Brushing the teeth.
I do that.
Oh, wow.
I brush the teeth.
You're one of those owners. The very responsible motherly
brush the teeth. They've got, fur bed. They got the bedding. They got, the Serta mattress, for the dog. Sometimes I'll show you when we finish this, I make them their breakfast, or sometimes if I'm out of dog food, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're here for this." Girl, I'm talking about eggs. They got sweet potatoes. They got peas, and it's all lined up, and they're licking their lips. I'll show you the pic. My dog is licking his lips.
What's your dog's name?
Oh, their name is Kingston.
Kingston, like Sean Kingston.
Kingston, like the city of Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
Because her dad is Jamaican, so Kingston and Bounty.
Bounty
Killer, the reggae artist.
Also not what I was thinking. I was thinking of the paper towel.
That's what people think of, and it's not correct. It's all good. But share with how you decided to, I don't know if it was a prank, but how you decided to fulfill that motherly instinct with the song that you made, and you showed up with, you went and got
a goat.
Like, Jax, I almost slipped up there and said something I'm not supposed to say, but...
we got a Tom Brady. Just kidding. No, we literally...
your boyfriend's going to be like Giselle and be like, oh, we're done.
Oh my God, the tea, the drama on the internet this week. No, I think goats are cute. They're like dogs. The only difference is, like, they can't hold their, like, that you can't really potty train them. So they'll, like, pee inside, but, like... This goat was like a dog, and I really wanted it, and my boyfriend vetoed it. Also, because I'm literally not home for like 6 months, and that would make zero sense. But also, we don't have a place for a goat in our.
Where did you get the goat? Well, like
Party Goats LA.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They do goat yoga.
How long did you? Is it fair to say you rented the goat?
Pretty much. I like had her come over, and I was like vetting the goat out to see if I liked him, and then my boyfriend was like, "We cannot have a goat in this house." And
even, you could have did like a mini pig. I hear those are pretty easy.
Oh my God.
To train. Like they're very.
No, he goes no.
Oh, my bad.
I love those the teacup pigs.
Yeah, because they said they're like really easy to train. Now my husband said that too, and I was like, no, we're good. He's like, no.
Do you remember that scene from The Social Network where he like gets in trouble for feeding the chicken?
No, I don't know that scene.
I like feel like I would be the person to get canceled for accidentally feeding my teacup pig bacon.
You probably would. You probably would. You would probably get major, like this day and age, you would get major.
Sorry to all the vegans.
Yeah. You would get major canceled.
That would be me by accident. I'm like, oh crap! I would like be like, yeah, I heard I'm allowed to give my pet breakfast eggs.
So here's your cousin George. You haven't met him. Clearly you haven't. No.
Yeah, this is your little brother.
No, we love pigs. We love all animals.
Yes,
we'll
we do.
And anybody coming for you.
I hate bacon.
So you're on your own. I'm not saying that. I love me some bacon. Yeah. So what's up next for you, Jax? Like, I'm so happy for you because your energy is still the same.
Thank you.
And I hope you keep that.
I'm having
so what's
fun.
up next?
I'm a little sleepy, I won't lie to you. Like it's a learning curve for me. Like I'm on essentially a radio tour right now. How, like, for people that don't know, like the ins and outs of the music business, I think at a certain date of the year, everything kind of shuts down for the holidays. So we're, getting all the content together, getting all the music ready to go. I have a lot of new music, a lot that I really love, and I'm meeting everybody around the country, which is the coolest thing. I have a bunch of Jingle Ball dates. I'm playing the Garden.
Yes.
Which is like been my lifelong dream, and that's really the thing I'm looking forward to the most. So is my mom and dad are freaking out, like.
What about your friends? What about like
what friend? I'm just kidding.
No, that is a fair question because sometimes everybody's cool and then things start to shift and it's like you're the one that's changed and it's really not the case. People project how they feel.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with you because you're giving me the same vibe.
I got older. No, I didn't have too many hometown friends per se, mostly family, and then my inner circle. I think when you move to Hollywood, especially from the East Coast, I feel like the East Coast is very loud, honest, could be mistaken for mean, but we're really just like, we say how it is, right? Mm-hmm. And we say what we feel out loud. When you move to Hollywood, it's a whole other ballgame. Like, it's very industry, a lot of fake folks, but like a lot of real ones too. You just have to really try hard to. You gotta dig to find them.
You gotta dig.
It's another level. You can't just go out for 2 weeks, put it that way, because you'll break your heart. Like, it'll be like you think you found the best friend in the world, and then they'll just never talk to you again. But I found a definite teeny tiny circle in LA of people I love and that support me through the chaos and keep me level-headed and not having anxiety attacks every 2 seconds, and they're really supportive of getting them out to some of the shows, but it's very, very small circle of friends. I mean, I have like 2. So
that's hey, I told you, when you get up, look, mine like 1, 2, 3, 4, I can count them on my hand. Like, the older you get, the more you start to go, no, I'm good.
Are you an empath, do you think? Like, do you think you really feel what other people are feeling in the room?
I feel energy. Yeah, I can say that, but I'm not like, God, this is going to sound so bad. If you're having a bad day, I'm not like, oh, I feel your pain too. I'm like, girl, I feel for you. And I'm like, okay, what we got going on?
You're like, pull it together. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Kind of, is that, but I do feel energy. So there have been people that I have met. It's just something about being around them.
Right.
or the energy that they give off makes me want to investigate that even more. Like, it's just, I really want to be your friend. Like I really want to learn more about you.
You're like an authenticity empath. Like, you're like seeking honesty.
Yes. I don't.
I'm kind of the same way, and I feel like if, like, I can sense. Also, I've been burned a lot. Being in music, it's really hard.
It's just
like,
the industry.
Tough industry.
It's not
so
for everybody.
You don't know who to trust. You don't know. I think we've all, anybody in any creative or freelance field kind of probably feels the same way. But I definitely am protecting my heart all the time. So the close circle of friends that I have obviously, like, proven how worthy they are in the French. I do have high standards for friends, I think, and as do my friends, you know. We have each other's backs and stuff, so I think LA's tough. But I think really my biggest friends have actually been my mom and dad.
Which
and
there's nothing wrong with that. That's good that you have your boyfriend to lean on you, or you lean on him. Maybe vice versa. After he's tired and you've like ran him ragged with ghosts and things in the house. You've got your parents, and like I said, you'll meet those people. That whole fairy tale of like, sometimes your closest friends are people you meet later on. I've got close circle of friends, and because of Facebook, you know how they give you them. You've been friends for something like
mutual.
I can't believe I've been friends with you for 7 years.
7 years.
I can't believe that.
It's
and
wild.
we're still cool. Oh my god, I can't believe that.
Yeah, I think totally. There are people that now have come out of the woodwork from like 20 years ago that I have not spoken to in ages. Being like, hey girl, buy my tickets to my show. Yeah.
Buy tickets to my show. I can shoot you the link.
I've said that. Like,
to buy tickets to my show.
They'd be like, how do I, like, I can't wait for Jingle Ball. Like, do you have any extra tickets? I was like, oh, I'm not sure. Here's the ticket link. I'll see you there. And if you buy them, maybe, like, who knows? Maybe I'll be able to get you back. But, like, you know, it's all my friends. Funny, like, my real friends have never asked.
Yeah.
They just buy them. And then I'll be like, no, sell them. Like, don't do that, you know? I'm sorry to Ticketmaster. Just sell that on them.
Because the best way to support, someone told me a long time ago, the best way to support your friends is to support what they're doing.
Yeah. To buy tickets to a show. It's
buy tickets to a show.
Somewhat a percentage of that goes to my pennies, goes in my pocket. So.
But you got your TikTok, girl. You're like 7.7 million people. Come on now.
I have been a little anxious about TikTok now as the following goes up. I'm like, okay, more pressure. And
just,
that's the editing.
It's not more pressure. It's just more eyes. More like you're your own machine. Do you know, like, think about this. Before TikTok, right?
Okay.
Let's take TikTok away. You would have had to have been so dependent to do what you're doing the old way.
On the industry.
The industry, you know, you kind of,
yeah.
You know, that you bigger and better. But now when you go to some of these shows now you see on TV, what are they asking?
Yeah.
What's your following look like? Because they need you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you got 7.7 million, probably more than that by now, eyeballs on you. You have more than, like, TV stations. You got more than some. So they really need you. So this, I think is a great time, personally.
I think it is cool, especially as a female. Like, I think the music business, you kind of have to make yourself really big and loud as a girl to be taken seriously, or you're just, like, too emotional, or like unwilling to take criticism and things like that. No, that's everybody. It's not just me. I know it. But I think, like, it's a power I don't think about often until it comes down to, like, the nitty-gritty of who I want to be and what I want to release and stuff like that. But really, I think it's just the coolest thing to be able to sit there all day. It's addictive, but to sit there all day and engage and talk to the fans, because I have such a personal relationship. It's like they're pen pals. Talk to kids' moms, like dads, being like, oh my gosh, thanks for posting this video or this song, because my daughter's a teenager and she just hit puberty and she's feeling depressed, and I don't know how to have these awkward conversations as a dad. Mm-hmm. And you're not so mom-like, where you're like, shut up, Jax, and you're not like,
no, Jax said it. It's the Bible.
Like, I hope not. Please do not take it. I say like it's the Bible. I will say, like, a good example of something I've gone through with just, it's almost like a social experiment with social media. Like, it's so swipe, quick overview, not really looking and paying attention to what the content is sometimes, where I posted a video where I vandalized the scale. I drew all over a scale in a hotel room I was staying at, and everybody was like, scales are good. Oh, not everybody. I think most people got it, but there were so many people that were like, scales are useful. And I was like, I think scales are a great invention. Did you not watch the video? The video was the fact that the scale was called, like, right on the bottom of the scale, under the number thing, goes thinner. It was the name of the scale, and that was in every hotel room. And I was thinking to myself, if I was, like, 10 years ago and I was standing on the scale when I was, like, under 90 pounds, like, starving, organs disintegrating, and I was thinking to myself, I'm on vacation, I'm in a hotel, I can eat this weekend, and I looked down at the scale and it just went thinner. And I hated it. I looked down, I was like, I cannot believe that this is allowed. It was an old scale.
But that's... Oh, wow. Because I know the scale you're talking about, and I never even...
It's just subliminal things.
I just kind of looked at it, but I never really...
If you're not going through it, it's easy to, like, whatever. But, like, the people that are going through it are looking for that. Like, speaking for myself, anyway, that if I saw thinner, I'd be like, yep, you right, scale. Not eating tonight. Yeah. Like, and that's how my brain worked, you know? And I was like, that's so crazy that I actually filled in a sentence. I went, you do not need to be. And it went thinner. And people still were like, scales are... I'm like, yes, weigh your luggage, weigh yourself. If you have medical issues, if you want to gain weight, if you want to lose weight, it's all your prerogative. But it's the internet. So I feel like everything I say right now is really under a microscope. And that's a new learning thing for me.
My age is going to come out. Everybody got something to say when it comes to the internet. Yeah. This, that, and like you can post something and it's like, you just said that to say, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So how are you, because we're going to wrap this up, how are you finding time for yourself? Because you're so engaged with your friends.
Yeah.
And not your friends, your fans.
I say friends.
Like, you have to put...
friends on there.
You have to put the phone down. So is it...
I just gave it to him this morning.
Okay.
I was like, you take it. I'm not good at that.
Don't you feel like... or do you feel like... I wonder
a little anxious.
Said.
A little anxious.
I wonder how many views this has. I wonder how many shares, how many comments, or do you just kind of? Because Selena Gomez has talked about that. How it became too much because she was like at one time like one of the most followed people.
Yeah.
So she has somebody running it. She sends them.
She's like, here, I don't want to look at it.
Here's the pic. Yep. Post it. I don't want to.
I wish I was in that place and that I had that kind of discipline, but I don't yet. Maybe one day, but I'm so deeply connected with everything I post that it can't come from another person. So it's like, and I like meeting people and knowing who they are and like knowing we had a dialogue and be like, oh my God, yeah. Like next week I'm meeting Rachel and I'm like, I know she won the meet and greet and I'm talking to her online and then next week I'm meeting this girl's parents and this and that and I like having the control of replying to the comments, control of the posting, and I don't let anyone touch it. I really don't, and I think that's overwhelming because that in itself is a full-time job. And now I'm here, like, and I go on these tours, and I'm on the road, and I'm on airplanes, and whatever it is, and I have to like finding time to decompress and be a human being and just not think about the machine and the internet has been like probably my biggest challenge over the course of the last 2 years. And I caught myself. An honest friend had to say it to me. Because I was out, and I didn't need to be on my phone. I didn't need to be talking to me. And I'm wrapped up in relationships on there. It's almost like an addiction to relationships on here. And and a friend is like, hey, like, I came here to see you.
Oh, wow.
Like, you're not here. So if you want me to go home, like, I can go home and we can just circle. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You were so right. I'm not going to say what I said I was, but I was like, I'm a nay-hole,
I'm there with you.
I'm sorry.
Because sometimes we don't realize it. We think we have to get to it. It's hearing that ding. I'm really bad about my email. It's like, oh no, I got to check it.
It's like, zombie.
You're already doing the perfect thing. You don't even have like the watch. So if I don't have my phone, I can still see, you know what I mean? I can still see what's going on. So I've had to, it's weird, whatever. When I go to the gym, so I'm not, because if an email comes through, if something comes through, I will stop what I'm doing. So I put on, so I don't hear it. It doesn't cut off my music.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it. So that hour is an hour that I have to myself. Because I'm like, I'll get, because I will really feel like I have to respond now.
Yeah,
and it may be something that I don't need to respond now to.
No. They can wait.
Yeah.
You can
they
have
can
an hour.
wait.
Yeah.
So what do we have coming down the pipeline? Can you share any
I have
songs or anything that you're like gonna maybe test on TikTok, because that's your testing ground, your test lab.
I have some music. I have a song about how all the Disney princesses go crazy and lose their minds and like burn the whole castle down.
Oh, I love it.
And like Rapunzel shaves her head and gets a master's degree.
You've got to do. Are you going to do a video to that? I'm in my mind. I'm visualizing.
I'm manifesting. I'm actually manifesting Jeanette McCurdy. Like, I like hearing about her story, and she's diving deep, and she's like a very successful like Disney or Nickelodeon actress. It kind of, the point of the song was like, and it runs very dark and deep, and I was like, I really need her in the video. So Jeanette McCurdy, if you're listening to this, I really love you, and please be in my music video for this.
Just do a TikTok song about her.
I will. I think I'll
what time are you available?
Maybe. She's real busy. She's on her CEO life right now, so I'm like, maybe. But yeah, no, I have that song. I have I would love to go on tour. I would really love it. Like, I'm going on a teeny tiny holiday tour, but it's arena, so it's not really teeny tiny, and I get to fangirl over the lineup. It's like Demi Lovato and.
But everybody, you got to give yourself credit, Jack. Everybody starts. Everybody starts there. Everybody starts there. So the fact that you're in front of those faces, and when you are ready, 2023, don't say you're going to go on tour.
Okay,
You're going to go on tour. We got to say that because you got to have a team that's going to be behind you, your boyfriend, your mom and dad, to make sure we got to keep Jax together.
That's it.
We got to be your support because it's going to be a lot.
That's the hard
it's a
job.
lot. It's a lot.
I'm chaos. Like,
it's a lot when
my
you're
brain
playing
is not like, I'm not like compartmentalized. It doesn't work that way. I'm very much like all the time. So those are the people that have the hard jobs in my life, the ones that really love me, that are like, girl, take a deep breath and go to sleep.
But this is something you've wanted for a very long time.
Yeah.
So you've had your different startups to get in it, and you know how hard it is. You're just trying to stay on the wheel.
Right.
And once you get on the wheel,
Keep
and it gets to
moving.
where you need it to go, then you can kind of back off and have a little bit more control of it.
My problem is like, when do I know that point?
That's,
I'll never, because I will just go until I die. So I got to figure out how to be healthy, and that's what I'm working on in therapy and meditation. And I'm like, take a deep breath, do some yoga, have some me time. My boyfriend and I have a rule that we like spend the first at least 30 minutes of the day, we don't touch the phone, and we actually talk like people, and we don't talk about business. We try not to. We're not perfect, but if we wake up to like a 911 Jax is like, oh yeah, Jax, delete that tweet or something. You're like,
what?
Nobody cares that you're gassy.
Well, that's showing that you're human. That's what we like about you. But thanks for stopping in today. We got Jax in the studio. I'm just glad that I feel like it's a full circle moment, because we were talking via screen. You had just popped, and now it's like you've got crazy. These tours, and you're about to.
I'm from New York. I love to hug and touch and just like, I love you. So I'm happy we're in person finally. Thank God.
Yes.
So.
Well, her song "Victoria's Secret" is a very big hit here. Jax, tell us where we can find you in case people don't know. I don't know how they don't know.
You could on TikTok, it's Jax Writes Songs. That's me, and that's what I do. And then everywhere else, just JAX, and Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, you name it, I'm on it. And there's some songs out now. Victoria's Secret's the latest. And
yes.
I hope you like it. I just put out the metal version of it.
Oh.
With Harper. She's like she's literally a 10-year-old girl who sings screamo, and she screams on Victoria's Secret. It's awesome. Go check that one out.
We're going to have to check that out. Thanks for stopping by today. We appreciate it.